Hello, Ranger Nation. This is Josh Mason. I'm alongside Todd Jones live at Rooster's Backyard for our latest episode of the Ranger Rundown.
Yeah, Josh, we got a big show coming up. We'll get to the guests here in just a second, but I thought we'd talk a little bit about some things that happened on Friday night and Saturday.
That's right. Yeah, Friday night was super interesting. Monahans made the trip. I think it was 40-something to nothing through like third quarter. Right, so we kind of had fun fourth quarter and maybe didn't pay attention to the game as much as we should have.
It was a bad night overall in Monahans. They lost in 3 to volleyball. Volleyball swept them in 3, and then they ran into the buzzsaw that is a Greenwood football program that night. And so this is really a bad night for Monahan sports for sure.
That's right, and you also
hate to see it, but you love to see it.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, it's Monahans, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing was, watching so Snyder went down to Fort Stockton Friday night also, and watching Fort Stockton kind of pace our tempo on the scoreboard through halftime. That final score was 49-15. Fort Stockton took that one to Snyder. That's a long drive to get beat that bad.
That is, and they did get beat. Snyder's struggling this year. They don't have a win yet. They're still trying to get that goose egg off their win column, but yeah, I mean, I was not expecting to check that Fort Stockton score during our game on Dave Campbell's and report on that and just see them, matching our score, as we went. Yep. So that was interesting.
Yeah, good night Friday night for Ranger sports, and then kind of continuing the momentum on to Saturday. Our high school marching band competed at Ratliff Stadium and earned a Division I. That's the best you can do. Moved on to area, and then area is in Abilene at Shotwell this Saturday, and if they place third or fourth, then they make it to state, which hadn't happened since
2016,
I believe.
Yeah, so and I really do. I like the performance. I like the music and things like that. I think they got a really good shot this year to be in one of those top, we'll say 3.
For sure.
It could be 4 if they get a lot of teams down there, but a lot of squads down there. But let's just go with 3. Let's get in that top 3 and take a spot from one of those Canyon schools.
That's right.
Let's take something away from Canyon.
That's it.
All right,
who do we have?
So here's our list for tonight. We're going to talk a little bit theater to get stuff started. We're going to have Kyle Pond and Eleni Mirando Rivero. I butchered that. I'm sorry. Volleyball, we've got Clara Aranda and Azul Areola. Football is going to be Hayden McNutt and Andrick Rodriguez. And then we're going to wrap things up with Coach Hill. It's cold, then it's hot, but you can always count on it being Ranger Rundown time.
And welcome back to the Ranger Rundown. Starting off tonight's episode, we have a couple theater students, Kyle Pond, which we're very used to. He's typically either in the booth with us on Friday nights or somewhere around. He runs a computer. There's like 4 computers in there. I'm not sure which one you do. Maybe we'll get into that if we get off topic of theater. And then we have Eleni Miranda Ribeiro to talk about theater as well, and also band students. So we got some of our information on band directly from her. So
yeah, there's no telling where we're going to go with this segment.
Yeah.
We could go anywhere. So guys, tell us what grade you're in school, and then how long you've been in theater.
Okay. I'm a senior, and I have been in theater since my 7th grade year, so this is about to be my 6th grade year in theater, and I'm really excited about that. It's been a really fun time.
Okay.
And I'm a junior, and I've been in theater since freshman year, so I'm going on my 3rd year in theater.
All
right. Kyle, we'll start with you. We've got Fall Musical coming up. Tell us about what that is and what to expect.
Right. So Fall Musical, it's pretty much a production that our company puts on, for everybody here at Greenwood. And you should just really expect to have a great time showing up.
Is there a date for that yet?
I believe it is the 4th, 5th, and 7th, but on Friday, if and when football contradicts with our schedule, we will have to
Gotcha.
black it.
So is that November or December? 4th?
That's December.
December.
We're hoping football has a conflict.
Yes,
Yes,
we are.
yes.
We still like to be playing football in December. But Eleni, anything you want to add to the fall
yes.
musical there?
This year, our fall musical is Matilda, and I'm playing Matilda, and this is lovely.
Sergey.
Tell them who you are. Yes.
Sergey.
We're having a
all
really
right.
fun time so far. There's a lot of exciting things coming, but if you want to see more, you should come buy tickets. The tickets are
Go ahead.
sorry. They are going to go on sale on the Greenwood website, on the bottom of the website, I think we said, on
the bottom, yes.
the shop for the merch store. And
is that at the auditorium at the school? Is that where y'all
yes,
do that?
yes, sir, it will be.
Okay.
Is Matilda the one with the snakes on her hair?
Oh, I think that's Medusa.
So close.
Matilda's the little girl that is really smart, and she moves things with her mind.
Well, I kind of missed that one, didn't I?
So you got the lead in it.
Yes, sir.
So how many songs do you sing? Solos do you have?
Ooh, I have quite a few solo songs where I just sing by myself. I think I have 2. Yes, I just have 2.
How about Sergey?
So it's not so much Sergey. When I am Sergey, I don't sing any songs, but whenever I do get up and sing as a kid, it's just about every song.
Oh, so you have multiple parts.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. So what is y'all's favorite thing about theater? What is the thing that makes you enjoy it, that just keeps you coming back since you were in 7th grade? What is it that just kind of you really love about it?
For me, I would say it's the environment. We have fostered such a loving community in theater. Truly, everybody loves each other so much. Every single day, I know that I can walk into the auditorium, and whatever was going wrong that day, I know that it's going to be better. And I know that everyone's going to lift up my mood with our incredible directors, Miss H and Miss Britton, and our helpers, which are Miss Pond and her daughter, Caitlin. They're just so amazing, and we just all love each other so much. It's wonderful. I truly do appreciate theater so much.
Okay. How about you, Kyle?
And for me, it's just been the thrill, putting forward a whole bunch of hard work towards a fall musical or your one-act play, and knowing that it pays off, and you get up there and you just do your very best, and it's just really great to see all of your hard work pay off whenever the final product comes out.
Yep. Okay, well, kind of moving on to after fall. I'm assuming there's going to be something in spring. So how many plays or musicals do you guys usually put on every year?
We normally do 2 because we have fall in the fall, and then in the spring we do one-act play, which is our competition.
Oh, okay.
And then if you want to tell them a little about one-act.
Specifically, what about one act?
Well, just anything. I was going to ask kind of, what are the different competitions that you guys compete in? Is it just one act play that's just one big thing for everybody? There's not smaller skits or anything else that you guys can do?
No, it's just specifically one act play. Whenever we go to compete, of course, you've got your standard district by district, advancing all the way up to state from there, which we will do this year.
Yes, we will.
Has any of the groups gone to state before in one act play?
Yes, in one act, I think every year, about, I don't know how many schools make it to state, but it's really the very best plays in the entire state. But there are different categories. It still runs in 4A, 5A. So we would only be going against
I'm
the
pretty
same
sure
people that we go against in football.
Okay.
Right.
And do they? How are you guys graded on that? Is it?
It's really.
Are there things like technical grades and then performance grades and then story or whatever? I mean, what are the kind of different grades that they give y'all?
So the grading that I'm most familiar with is a 60-40, and it's 60% acting. So that would be, of course, your main actors, and the way they can portray their emotions and portray their characters. And then 40% specials, which would be your lights, special effects, sound, and your set pieces.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the
All right.
technical piece. I used to do that in high school, which has helped us on the rundown.
Well, it's definitely helped you on the rundown. You guys ready for some rapid fire questions?
Ooh,
Sure.
Yes.
All right, we're going to go, and we're going to do ladies first. So I'll ask a question, then you answer it, and then we'll let
Okay.
Kyle respond. All right, your favorite color?
Ooh, pink.
Pink.
All right. M&M or Skittles?
I thought he was just repeating. I didn't know that was
no.
a choice. Okay, sorry.
M&M or Skittles?
M&M's.
Skittles.
What's the best kind of ice cream?
Rocky Road.
Mint chocolate chip.
Okay. What's your go-to pizza order?
Just plain cheese.
Pineapple.
Okay. What's the best breakfast?
Eggs.
Waffles.
All right. And what is the best Halloween candy?
Ooh, I really like Twix.
I like Heath.
Okay. All right. So maybe you guys will get. Are you going to go trick-or-treating this year?
Yes.
I am not, unfortunately. I don't think at the
And
moment.
Well, y'all should have costumes to be able to really have a really
Right.
good
That's a
costume,
good
right?
point.
Be
on
in
the
theater.
topic of trick or treating, we are actually going to be at the trunk or treat, and we are looking for littles to join us on stage. That is anybody from pre-K to 8th grade, and they get to come up with us on stage and sing during a really cute song called When I Grow Up, and they get to wear their outfit about what they are going to be when they grow up,
So we're talking littles, not like by age, not by height.
just
So-
by age.
Yeah,
So
yes.
Clara
I
and
thought
Azul
maybe
wouldn't be
other
able to
people would
be
Yes.
considered.
qualify.
Okay.
So at Trunk or Treat, we will have flyers out with more information about that. So if you would like to be a little, come find us.
Cool. We appreciate it. When you grow up, you're going to find out that cheese pizza is not actually the best. So, appreciate you guys coming on, though.
Thank
All right.
you so much for having us.
Next up on the rundown, we have junior volleyball players Clara Aranda and Azul Adeola.
Little Friday night lights and a hometown crowd. GSN streaming it clear and loud. Your brand on screen where the Rangers play. Every sport, every game, all season, all day. It's your hometown, your moment to win. Put your name in the game with GSN. It's your hometown, your moment to win. Put your name in the game with GSN.
And welcome back to the Ranger Rundown live from Rooster's backyard. Now we've got a pair of junior volleyball players, Clara Aranda and Azul Areola. How are y'all?
Good. How are
I'm
you?
good.
We're going to have some fun, aren't we?
Man,
Yeah, we're gonna
lots of giggles. We called the timeout, so no more timeouts.
We got to go. We're live now.
Can't do that anymore.
Okay.
All right. We're going to start with you, Clara. You ready to go first?
Sure.
Sure. Let's do
Yeah,
it, right?
let's go.
We're good.
Absolutely.
All right.
Look at that positivity.
You know, M survived this. You can survive it. You're way tougher than M.
Yeah, but I can hear my heartbeat, guys.
Clara, you know, I know a little bit about, you know, your summer and stuff like that, but tell everybody, talk about the work you put in this summer and what it felt like when you were told that you made the varsity team.
For me, it was just like a constant touch on the ball. Like right after school, I went into club ball, and then from then it was SAT camp, and then in the summertime, like we were always playing water volleyball. So to be like told that I was on the varsity team was very rewarding, and like
I know you put in a lot of work. You were up there at everything, you know, in the morning, and that's kind of the advice I think that you would have for any of the younger players that want to come up. If they want to have a shot at varsity, you're there, you know, every day during the summer. You're putting in the time, you know, you're working and practicing, and you're up there, so the coaches can see and
yes,
show
sir.
that, yeah.
I think it was for sure just making yourself known and making it known that you want a spot on it because they weren't just handed out.
No, they weren't, were they?
No, sir.
Clara, side question. Can you touch the bottom on water volleyball?
Hey.
Well, I mean, at some point it turns to water polo, right? It's a completely different game.
Like the bottom of the
He,
floor?
he gets my short jokes. Not, wow, man, I'm just.
I
yeah,
can
for-
reach the bottom. My hands won't go above the net, but I'll reach the bottom.
Okay. All right, back to volleyball. You made a position change from setter to defensive specialist, right?
That's
Yes,
easy
sir.
for you to say.
Sorry?
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah, I know. What's been the most challenging adjustment for you so far?
The most challenging was probably not going for second. I still find myself getting in like Emily and Liv's way when the ball's on like second ball. But I try to keep an open mindset about it, and I'm glad I did because I would absolutely play DS over setter now.
Yeah, really?
I like it way better. Not having to run across the court, leaving it up to Ems. I like it.
The ball comes to you, maybe?
Right? I'm not running across the court. Yes.
You know, I think you've done a really good job picking it up. And people might not know this, but those positions seem like they could be interchangeable, but they're really totally different positions that you have to play, and it's really hard to make that adjustment. I think you've done a really, really
Thank
outstanding
you.
job at that this
I
year.
think the biggest change was like the change from JV ball to varsity ball. Like I don't think anybody talks about how different it is, and it's a way like higher speed. Like
Faster.
yes.
Do you ever hear the
speed.
ball guy in the stands go, play faster, go faster?
I don't think I really listened to
No,
this.
there's a ball guy in the stands, and that's all he yells is faster, faster.
Faster?
Yeah.
Are you the ball guy?
No, nobody else listens to the ball guy either.
I might be the ball guy in
You
the stands
might.
yelling faster and faster. I know one of the players hears me. One of them hears me.
You think so?
Yeah, but not the one you would think.
Okay.
All right, Claire, what's your favorite thing about playing volleyball?
The memories, like the friendships and different connections. Making fun of Tracy. That's probably my favorite one.
You picking on the sophomore?
Yeah, absolutely.
Picking on the sophomore. All
Poor
right.
kid. How about favorite memory so far?
Probably.
Besides picking on
Yeah,
Tracy.
it can't be the same.
It was in Graham, because Coach Long would wake us up at like 6 in the morning, and it was like dark. Like we didn't have to be on the courts till like 9, I think. And she like flipped on. She's like, "Good morning, everybody! Like let's go get breakfast." I don't think I've seen Tracy get up that fast to turn off the lights the entire season. Like she's never moved that fast as she did.
That's funny.
She
We
did.
always hear the Graham stories.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I'm
the
sure you
term,
have a story
right?
too about Graham.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're getting her.
We're getting her right now. Azul, why don't you tell us what it meant to you to earn that spot on the varsity team this
It
year?
means a lot to me. I put a lot of like hard work and like dedication to volleyball, and it like feels rewarding to finally have a spot on varsity.
Yeah, you were there all summer too, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I went to SAC a lot.
Yep.
Azul, walk us through a normal game day for you, and how do you get ready to take the court?
I usually listen to music and like drink like a Red Bull. And Claire usually does my hair, so like it makes me really happy because I don't have to do my hair.
Is she the like? Does she does everybody's hair or just yours?
Usually if they ask her, but sometimes she gets moody and says
Made
no.
Emily cry one time because I didn't do her hair on the way to Graham, actually.
Wow.
Well, she cries a lot.
Hey, not too much. Not too much.
Azul, what is your favorite thing about playing volleyball?
Definitely the energy. Like I love the energy off the bench or on the court and off the bench. Yeah. I
Okay.
think it's like
I
really
know,
fun.
I'm picking up what you're
Just all
putting
the
down.
excitement.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said it right.
Yeah,
but
no, we're good.
it's like really fun, especially playing with my friends. Like I have a good time. They like always hype me up. So I like playing with them.
Is Ems ever mean to you?
Always.
Always?
She hit me in the face today, actually.
Did she?
Yes, she
Did
did.
she laugh when she
Today?
did it?
Yes, she
Yes, she
did.
did, didn't she? Yes, she did.
Azul, how about your favorite volleyball moment other than understanding that you cannot touch bottom in water polo? That's illegal.
It's not water polo. What
I'm
is
just
water
saying,
polo?
I wasn't a short
the wrong
joke.
thing.
I know. One you can and one you can't.
It's definitely today. I had a good memory today. I got hit really, really hard in the face where I like fell back and I held my mouth because how bad it hurt. And like my braces like made it worse. It was.
Hey, so that's a
It
good
was
memory
funny.
for you?
I think it was really funny.
I thought she was going to say now, but
Oh, okay, that's
she
fun
took
too.
a weird turn there. Okay, that's okay.
Was there any compassion at all for you when you got hit in the face?
No, they were just making fun of me.
Laughter. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, you guys ready for some rapid fire questions?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, Azul, you're gonna go first this time. All right, you go first.
Since she said yes.
All right.
Burger or tacos?
Burger. Cheeseburger.
Oh, I'm next?
You're next.
Burgers, yeah.
Burgers. Okay.
You're the only one left.
Oh, I didn't know if it was just like all her and then
Oh.
me.
Would you rather go to the beach or go to the lake?
Oh, the beach. I love the beach.
Yeah, the beach. I love it.
The beach, okay. What is the best ice cream flavor?
I like Dutch chocolate.
No, cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream.
She said no.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a race car or a monster truck?
A race car, go fast.
Monster
You're
truck.
scaring me.
Why?
I can pick that. I can see you in a monster truck. Yeah. What is the best Halloween candy?
I like Reese's. I think, yeah.
Great choice.
Reese's.
I like peanut M&Ms.
Okay. And would you rather hold a snake or a spider? You got to pick one.
I don't like none.
You got to pick one. That's the way this goes.
Snake. Oh no, yeah, I'll do snake.
You're gonna do the snake?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a non-venomous snake.
Okay.
And a
I'll do
non-venomous
snake.
spider.
I don't think a baby spider, like a little.
That's what you're doing with a baby
Yeah,
spider?
like a little one I could barely see.
I was
Okay.
thinking big.
You want to hold a big one?
Go big or go home.
All right, get out. Get her out. Get her out.
All right, so you guys you have a game tomorrow.
Yes,
Take on
sir.
Pecos. You're going to be in Pecos, and then you're going to wrap up this district season Saturday against Fort Stockton. So you guys make sure you come out and watch these young ladies play defense for the Rangerettes.
Yes, guys.
Well, nobody asked, but this is going to be one of my favorite moments. You two made it very, very interesting and fun. So appreciate y'all coming and having a good time with us. Next up on the rundown, we've got a couple of sophomore football players that had to step up the past week. Hayden McNutt and Andrew Rodriguez coming at you next. And welcome back to the Ranger Rundown live from Rooster's backyard. Now sitting to our left are a couple of sophomore varsity players. Got a lot of playing time in this past week, as we normally do. Hayden McNutt and Andrew Rodriguez. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
Great games Friday night against Monahans. I'm
Yes, sir.
guessing that was fun.
Yes, sir, it was.
Yeah.
Andrick, it's been a little while since you've had a interception,
Interception, yes,
right?
sir.
We've had a couple opportunities. We're not going to talk about those.
We're not gonna talk about those.
And then
Public
Hayden had a
and Liberty.
fantastic game. So, Hayden, we're going to start with you.
Yes, sir.
You ready? Since you seem nervous, we're starting with you. Here we go.
Hey.
What does it mean to put on the Greenwood jersey Friday nights?
I mean, it means a lot to me to go out there and respect. Hold up. It just means a lot. Just get to go out there and have fun and represent the school.
Okay.
Does it get crazy? Friday nights will get a little crazy?
Yes, sir.
A little bit?
A
A
lot.
little more electric than what maybe freshman ball was last year? Or JV
Yes,
ball,
sir.
whatever it was? you were playing?
Freshman, yes, sir.
What's been the biggest, you are a sophomore, first year on varsity.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, you're filling in a really key role here. And I just completely lost my
Slot wide receiver.
So let's just go to the question then. What has been the biggest adjustment for you jumping up to varsity?
The game speed, 1,000%. Jumping from freshman ball to varsity is just the game speed, yeah.
Just every like this.
Just everything.
Everything?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Is it the laser passes from
Lincoln and Jared,
from
yes,
Lincoln?
sir.
Yeah. All right.
You hated on my throne? Come on now.
Oh.
Or rather, Lincoln.
Oh, I
I'm just
forgot.
kidding.
I know, I would too.
I didn't think about that.
You're a cornerback right now.
Yes, sir, I am.
Well, I got a question about that later on. So, are you aware that there's a question later
Yes,
on
sir,
about that?
I
Okay,
am.
all right. Just want to make sure.
Hayden, we're still on you. Being a sophomore, looking at guys like Lincoln, Nathaniel, and Dylan Payton, what kind of impact have they had on you as you start your sophomore
I
year?
mean, I just look up to them, like their leadership and their pass, how they play. I just like that.
Okay.
So, for you, what is the best thing about running on the field on Friday nights?
The fans, 1,000%. Running out of that tunnel just gives you chills, just everything.
The bigger the crowd, the better.
Yes, sir. That Liberty game was fun.
I bet it was.
It was.
I bet it was.
Standing room only. That was a good one.
I was gonna just kind of ask you a little bit about, it's kind of seemed like it's taken you a little bit of time to kind of get the feel for stuff. The first couple of games didn't get a lot of action,
No,
but
sir.
it seems like that as the season's gone on, you've really kind of taken that next step, and you really are somebody that Lincoln is looking to.
Yes, sir.
is that something that you think has just happened with him getting more comfortable with you, or do you
Yes,
think you've
sir.
actually improved your play so far?
I feel like I gotten more confidence in the game. Yes, sir. Because the start of the year, I had none.
Zero?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Did they pick on you a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Good. They should. They should. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of picking on the sophomores on varsity.
Yes, sir.
That's right. All right, Andrick, you ready?
Yes, sir.
He was looking bored, so we
I know,
got to
yeah.
roll him.
I know.
in.
He tried to pipe in there earlier. We tried to shut him
yeah,
down.
we're
He's
struggling.
he's raring to go here. You play starting cornerback. You're the backup quarterback. I'm assuming there's some challenging things there. What describe a couple of them?
The remembering the plays as a quarterback. I'm really not typically there to stay there for film with Lincoln. Watch. I'm typically more on the defensive side and studying my craft and what I'm going up against. So I'd say definitely the play calls. Remembering that is very hard, challenging.
So when you get in third quarter as quarterback, you're trying to remember.
Sometimes I blank.
Scrolling through the book on the sidelines.
Sometimes I just blank.
Have you? we won't let Coach Hill hear this, but have you ever had to
Yeah, he's
ask
not
somebody
paying
what you're
attention.
supposed to do?
Yes, sir. Jaden Moore.
I was going to ask if you asked Jaden, what you needed
Yes,
to do.
sir, I have.
There's no shame in that whatsoever. So Andrew, you had it was a really big interception on the goal line. We'd kind of handed them some yardage on penalties, right?
Yes, sir.
A couple big plays. Their quarterback was throwing dimes, and you stepped in and had that interception on the goal line. Walk us through that play and kind of what you saw and how you reacted on it.
Well, like earlier in the drive, me and Kaysen actually had messed up on a play with just miscommunication and threw it right over both of us. And, I knew he was going to throw it again. So we fixed the coverage and we got on the same page. And I just see the ball overthrown and it came right in my hands and it was perfect throw.
If that guy hadn't have been right there, do you think you could have
To the
taken him
house.
to the house?
To the house.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Nobody was going to catch you. You
Nobody.
saw the lane. down the-
Maybe. Majestic's fast.
I was thinking you had it.
He was on the other side of the field.
Yeah,
He was tired.
he was.
He was tired.
Reese wore him out.
He did.
Reese wore him out.
Reese did have a game. He did have a game Friday
Yeah, the
night.
quarterback didn't come back either.
Yeah, about the fourth play of the game, Reese introduced himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit different from that point on.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Defense is fun. Andrick, you're the only non-senior in the secondary this year, right?
sir.
How much of those seniors helped you develop?
They really took me in as one of theirs. Nate's done a really good job with helping me on some miscommunications that I have in my part, and he's always there not to just not to pick on me, but to tell me fix my craft and help me understand what's going on. Slow it down a little. And Kaysen's also really good at communicating with me. Sometimes I'm not all there with the play calls, but Kaysen does a very good job at being vocal, and so does Noah. So I say they've really taken me under their wing, and can't be more grateful for the teammates that I have.
Yeah, just a unique situation with you guys being able to come up as sophomores and play with some guys that were in your position a couple years ago, and to see how they've been able to take strides each year. I think that's pretty important for you guys in your development stuff.
Yes, sir.
Andrick, so when you look at the receivers that we have on this team, Mr. McNutt, sat next to you, and you've got Dylan and Beckham and Gavin and Liam, all these guys out here. They're really good receivers.
They are.
What is it like going up against those receivers every day in practice, and how does that help? How's that helped you in your development?
It's a challenge, guarding Dylan Payton lined up against probably arguably the best, receiver in 4A state of Texas is a very difficult job. And, he does beat me a couple of times. I do get made fun of a couple of times, but, it's just part of the game. And, me and Dylan are always competing, and Parada even is always there working with me when Dylan's out, I'd say it's a big challenge, and I'm grateful for that because it's game reps,
Yeah.
And no, I'm not going to see a better receiver than the ones on my team. So.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Iron sharpens iron.
Yes, sir.
Right. So before we go to rapid fire questions, do you guys ever go one-on-one in practice?
I don't think we have.
One time
Yeah,
who-
maybe
who do you
once.
think
in,
would win?
in Andor, Hyden beat me on that corner, but yeah,
All right.
I got
Oh,
beat.
he's thinking about it. He's
I
like,
don't remember
hey, man,
that,
just take the
but-
win.
Just take the win. All All right, you guys ready for some rapid fire questions?
Yes, sir.
We're going to make you go first this time. All right, then you answer after that. Burger or tacos?
Tacos.
Burger.
All right. Would you rather be at the beach or go to the lake?
Lake.
Lake 1000%.
Would you rather have a race car or monster truck?
Monster truck.
Monster truck.
All right. What is the best Halloween candy?
Hershey's.
Hershey's. Yeah.
Hands
What are
down.
you, an echo chamber? All right, last one. Would you rather hold a snake or a spider? And both of them are going to be big and the
Venomous.
not venomous.
Venomous?
No,
Oh,
not venomous.
gosh.
Not venomous.
Well,
Snake
we
or-
gave non-venomous babies
snake or
to
spider,
the
but
volleyball.
I'm talking a tarantula and like a big, like boa constrictor kind of deal. A big snake and a big spider.
I'd hold a tarantula.
Okay.
Snake.
The snake. All right. Well, I'm glad you didn't echo that one.
All right, gentlemen, we appreciate it. Good luck to Fort Stockton. We've got a home game. Expect big things out of the.
Good luck against Fort Stockton, or are you giving Fort
Oh, yeah,
Stockton
no.
good luck because they're
No,
going to need
giving
it?
them
Okay.
luck for
Just-
Fort Stockton.
Just
We're playing Fort Stockton.
I was confused because you said good luck Fort Stockton, and I was like,
Oh, yeah, okay.
where are we going with that?
Gotcha.
Okay, just wanted to
Sorry.
clarify.
Good luck against Fort Stockton.
Sir,
Thank
How
you.
about that?
Yes, sir.
It's really been fun calling y'all's names, and it's just been
Even
a-
though I've been messing up.
it's been
Yeah,
a-
I,
Hayden.
man,
it's been a blast. One of us.
you
has
would
been
think
messing up
somebody
your
would
name.
tell me that.
I think somebody did. But anyway, it's been really fun calling y'all's names. We look forward to what you guys are going to do the rest of this year and for years to come. So you guys are going to be a backbone of the group going forward, and it's just going to be good times going forward. So thanks for
sir.
coming in.
Lots of
Thank
fun.
you. Yes, sir.
Up next, Coach Hill. And welcome back to the Ranger Rundown. Now we've got Coach Hill.
There we go. 3 different
Coach
colors
Hill.
this time.
I know. I saw you walk in.
Oh,
I
when I was,
what a
I'm going to go
disappointment.
white-ish and see if we can get the
I
red, white, and blue
almost
combo.
I almost made a bet with Todd, thinking, yeah, tonight's going to be red for Coach Hill.
Some insider info. I don't own a red polo. Not even non-off-brand. I don't have a red polo.
Well,
at
I
all.
can fix that
So.
for you for Christmas.
How's
we
that?
can get you looking good, Coach.
How is that possible?
All I own,
Do you
Columbia
just
Navy.
Not like? Oh, okay.
Columbia Navy.
He went there.
There you go.
As long as you don't have green
Red
shirts,
accent.
we're okay.
Yeah, no Kelly Green.
Yeah, that's for sure. No Kelly Green.
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah, we don't have to look at that for. Well, I guess I don't have to look at it again for till basketball season.
There you go.
I think that's
Lucky
the first
you.
time I've ever broadcast in Monahans
Really?
for football.
Oh, we were off. You don't know this, but it was almost. We almost didn't get to do the broadcast.
Because it was 1,037 degrees.
Yeah.
out
Thomas
there.
had to put the
Yes.
computer in the refrigerator.
I've heard.
And
I've
then
heard.
this
Our
sweet
coaches
angel-
brought a fan up there. Yeah.
This sweet angel came up and said, "Hey, look at the box on the wall. Flip that breaker." And then magically,
There was air
Magic.
conditioning. Yes.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
yeah,
Look
we
at
fixed
that.
it.
There you go. Problem solved.
Yeah,
Problem
Thomas was
solvers.
sweating bad.
We'll take a lot of things for the team, Coach, but we're not going to
Not
sit
the
in the
heat.
box and sweat.
Fair.
Yeah, no.
Fair.
We only do that at home games. Back in that was
Used
way
to.
before your time.
Used to back in the day. All right, Coach, you ready to go through go through the top 10 from Monahans on Friday?
Yeah, let's take a
All right,
look.
let's hit that.
I actually haven't.
Hadn't seen them?
Well, I mean, I've seen all the plays. Just
Well,
I don't know the
we
order.
haven't either.
I haven't. Yeah. So this is.
I
this
bet
is
there's
going to
going
be
to be a
good.
punt block.
I bet maybe we'll see.
Well, and
We'll see.
apparently you have to listen to it without it being muted because sometimes he will throw in some commentary with it.
Oh, throw a little extra? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, no, it was just generally speaking, it was a great outing. I was really pleased with how we played a little complimentary football. Oh, look at this right here,
We got
Coach
the arrow.
Thomas. Yeah, there we go. A little shout out to the offensive line, Jaden Colbert there especially, but all 5 of those guys do a tremendous job. Run blocking right there, pass protection. They do a good job of keeping Lincoln clean. When you walk to our locker room, all those guys, their helmets are all scarred up, and Lincoln's looks brand new. So that's a credit to those guys. But, I know we just finished talking with Andrew. He does a tremendous job. Communication stuff that him and Kaysen worked out on the sideline. you saw it pay off right there. He just does a tremendous job, as does, and I'm sure, I think Hayden scored 3 touchdowns on Friday, so I'm sure we're going to get to some of his highlights as well. But both of those guys do a tremendous job. But, here it is, Lincoln we try to get him out of the pocket a little bit and let him make plays with his feet if he needed to, extend some plays. And right here, he extended it, but he also does a tremendous job keeping his eyes downfield. And that one he found Hayden, again, trying to get him out of the pocket. This one's a little bit tough because he was rolling to his left, but there is Hayden over the middle. Just found a way. He does a great job knowing when to sit down in coverage, when to keep moving in coverage. He does a tremendous job. Coach Richardson does a wonderful job working with Hayden and all our receivers, but he does not play like a sophomore. He plays like a guy that's had 30 varsity starts and just did a wonderful job. And right there was Reese Watzel on the sack. Reese Watzel had an incredibly productive game. I'm sure we'll see another couple of plays from him as well. He's just got a nose for finding the football. Does a great job coming off the edge. He's not out of control. Finds a way to get the quarterback down. And I know this was one of the top plays. One of the media outlets, Lincoln scrambling, and you don't really think of Lincoln as a fullback, but he showed you what he can do with when he lowers his pads. Just did a tremendous job finding pay dirt right there at the end of the run. And then, going back to the defense, I thought we did a tremendous job all night. Coach Martin challenges our defenses to get 4 turnovers. That includes 4th down stops. And right here, we had a guy at the point of contact, Hunter Brown, ball's on the ground, and we had, 7, 8, 9 Rangers around it, and that's kind of what we're looking for. But this is what we've been looking for the last 3 years. We were fortunate enough to block one earlier this year with Lane Wilhelm, and then just a tremendous job drawing this one up by Coach Galindo. Reese is, I think, far and away our best technician as far as blocking the punts. He's got a great knack for it, great technique. And then Dakota Underhill was right there. Good things happen when you're around the ball. And speaking of Dakota Underhill, great job passing off a route right there in coverage, sitting in the zone, and they threw it right to him, and then showing off that 110 hurdle track speed right there, beating everybody to the goal line. He did a tremendous job. And so when you score on defense, I can't remember the stats, but your chances of winning go up, a bunch or whatever. It's in the 90s. And then when you block a kick, when you block a punt, your chances go up. And so we were fortunate enough to do both of those and ended up coming out on top. So we'll take it, especially against the Lobos.
Yeah, it was a fun game.
There we go.
A fun game to call.
Yeah, we'll take it. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
So, Coach, we had a big win against Liberty, then the bye week. How do we feel about how the team responded after that bye week?
Yeah, I think when you have a competitive team like we do, the bye week is not necessarily a good thing. Those guys want to play. They enjoy the routine, and I think we probably needed a little break, a little breather, and some time away. But you as a coach, you worry about the break in routine and how we're going to rebound from that. And then coming off the win from Liberty, that was an emotional win, but it was 14 days prior, and so we had some time to recover from that emotional high. And I was just really pleased with our performance. Played really well. Again, complimentary football. When the defense or the special teams got a block, the offense went in to score, and we were able to kind of play off each other there a little bit, keep the momentum.
Coach, you talked a little bit about the block punt. We obviously had a big play there. It's the second one of the season that you mentioned. But not only that, I mean, you get good returns on our return game, both punts, things like that. But in our kick coverage is just really off the charts. Talk a little bit about the impact that Coach Galindo's special teams have had on this season. Yeah,
Coach Galindo takes a ton of pride in that, and I think he does a great job. He commands respect. The kids love him, and when they love their coach, they play hard for him. And so you got guys like Hunter Outlaw, Ivan Swopes, Hunter Brown, Philip Gomez, guys just running, Merrill Jessup just running with their hair on fire down the field to cover kicks because they know it's important. Coach Galindo's instilled that culture and that mentality in them that every play is important, and special teams, there's no better opportunity to change a game than on a kickoff or a punt. And so credit to those guys. They played really hard.
I mean, as many times as we've kicked off, You know, that's just those many extra times for someone to take something deep to the house or big returns, and we've been, you know, lucky enough and disciplined enough to, you really hadn't seen that. And that's not always been the case with Ranger football. So,
Well, Coach Glenn, you know, even going back to the summer, he was able to kind of incorporate some special teams drills into our conditioning workout. And so I think we're kind of seeing the dividends of, you know, we haven't just been working on this for a couple of weeks. It's been since early June. And so it's paying off for us for sure.
Yeah, I think even Monahan's did a pretty good job trying to bait special teams, that kickoff team, of getting outside of those lanes, right?
Yeah.
You know, any of the directional kicks, they would try to intentionally bring it back to the center of the field, and we didn't really fall for it there. So,
Well, we
a lot of discipline there.
It's
was good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun to watch those guys run. It really
and
is.
the hardest one is when they muff a punt, deep punt, or a deep kickoff, because all you can see is that ball laying on the ground. It's so easy to lose that discipline. And, you know, a lot of big returns happen when you just pick up that ball and someone's broke contain or something, and you're off to the races because everybody's, you know, the line is right there on top of it.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of uncertainty when the ball's on the ground.
I always
for
get
everybody.
nervous when I see those, but they've done a really good job of making sure they lane discipline and all that kind of stuff.
Well, they're fun to watch, fun to coach.
Coach, unfortunately, we had a couple of injuries against Lubbock Liberty, so thankfully we've got Liam Larson and Jake Tedder able to step up as starters for the first time Friday night.
Yeah.
Talk about those two guys and how well they did.
Well, both of them did an exceptional job, and you hate to see guys go down, and it was really, you know, from a team perspective, having them both on the same side of the football was alarming. But you know, Liam stepped in. He's done a great job. He's come a long way in his blocking, and he himself had a knee injury last year, tore his ACL. So he's kind of lived that life and understands, you know, what goes into recovering from something like that. So to have him have the kind of success with a touchdown catch on Friday night was just really, really excited for him. He does a tremendous job, and a lot of our offense runs through the tight end, you know, be it in the run game or the pass game. So Liam did a tremendous job stepping up, and then Jake, you know, the center is the guy that starts every play, and so when you lose your center, it's you know, a lot of times it's for most teams it would be major cause for concern, and you know, we definitely hope Aaron has a speedy recovery. But Jake did a tremendous job. He stepped in. He graded out at around 90%, which is incredibly high for a 3-year starter, much less somebody that is in their first varsity start. So a ton of credit for Jake. Snaps were great. He's the short snapper on PAT as well, and then, you know, was able to move people in the run game and keep Lincoln clean in pass protection. So he did a fantastic job.
You know, Coach, along those lines, talk about how, you know, as a coaching staff, that you guys developed the culture of, you know, next man up.
Yeah, I think you just have to make those expectations clear that the standard doesn't change. It doesn't matter who's in, if it's a senior 3-year starter or if it's your first shot at it. The standard doesn't change. You have to execute at a high level, especially on Friday nights. And those two guys, Liam and Jake, are prime examples. When their number was called, they were ready. There was not a drop-off in our offensive production, and credit to them. They did a wonderful job.
Coach, from our vantage point, it looked like we probably had a little more people in the stands on the Greenwood side than Monahan's did. I don't know what it looked like there. You know, aside from us having to stare at the sun, kind of felt like a home game.
Well, that's business as usual. Our Greenwood faithful, they travel well at the home games, including the homecoming tailgate, pep rally. It's incredible to be at any stadium and have the Greenwood fans, you know, at your back. They do a fantastic job. They're loud. It brings a lot of buzz to the games in an environment that might not otherwise lend itself to a lot of excitement. To have the Greenwood crew show up like that was pretty special.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was almost a home game.
There
was a lot of Greenwood people there. Coach, talk to us a little bit about, you know, you prepare for a game and you think about what you want to do to them, right? And but they're doing the same thing to you. So once you get on the field, it's hard to understand, you know, how they're going to attack you and that kind of stuff. Talk a little bit about this team's ability to kind of adjust on the fly to what the opposing team's doing to them.
Yeah, it's kind of it was I don't know, one of those boxers said everybody's got a plan until you get hit in the face. It's like one of those kind of deals.
Tyson.
And that's that's exactly how a football game goes. You know, we start game planning on Saturday, and it's 18, 20 hours on the weekend and all the way through Thursday's walkthrough, and you get to the game and you've got a pretty good plan, and sometimes it plays out basically exactly like you'd hoped, and sometimes they give you a completely different look. And so, offensively, it's a math problem. If they load the box and have more than you can block, then you better have a quarterback and a receiving core that can air it out, and we're fortunate enough to do that. And some nights they try to defend the quarterback and drop 8 into coverage, and you better have a running back that can make his hay when the box is light. And we're fortunate enough to have running backs and offensive linemen that can get that done. And then defensively, every team has at least one, if not 2 or 3, new formations or new plays that they have not haven't shown on film. And so in those situations, you hope that your communication is good, and that you can fall back on your rules. That everybody's got a rule for their assignment, and if you can execute at a high level and get people on the ground, then you've got a chance. So sometimes the first quarter is a little bit of a kind of like a first date, getting to know each other a little bit, and then once the game gets rolling, you kind of see what the mettle of each team is about.
I was with you on the quote on getting hit in the mouth, because I was thinking the same thing when Todd was about to ask the question. So
that's
it. That's a great quote.
I was thinking that both you guys were thinking about hitting me in the mouth.
That's also a great point. Coach, so we've had time to kind of download, watch film from the Monahans game. Lots of good stuff. What was one thing that caught your eye that was good, and then maybe one thing that maybe needs a little bit of work?
Yeah, I think one thing that was really great to see is we don't get that many opportunities to rep a 2-minute drill.
We talked about that. Yeah, minute 43 on the clock.
Yeah, and the opportunities we have had previously, we flubbed a few of them, and so it was really great to see us be able to move the ball with some efficiency. We had to kill the clock, jump the ball, execute the plays. Coach Hernandez did a great job of getting the calls out quick, and if anything, maybe we scored too fast. It was one of those deals. It was really, really productive to make the most, or beneficial rather, to make the most of that opportunity. And then one thing that I think was maybe just a little bit disappointing is we did have some, Andrew referenced it, some communication breakdowns in the secondary at times. Coming to the sideline, got it fixed, and so credit to our kids. And Andrew walked away with an interception. Him and Kaysen got on the same page, and we were able to get some things fixed there on the sideline. And so ideally we wouldn't get to that point, but credit to our Coach Martin, Coach Hensley in the secondary, and ultimately the guys for getting back on the same page and turning that into something positive for us.
Coach Josh and I talked about this a little bit when we started the show tonight, but during the game, we were given scores throughout the district in the area and stuff like that, and we just kept calling this. Fort Stockton just kept rolling point. Every time we'd score, they'd score. They went into halftime with kind of the same type of score that we did. When you see Fort Stockton, kind of coming alive and putting up some big numbers against Snyder on Friday, what do you expect to see them when they come into town here against us?
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to get a first down, much less put the ball in the end zone and then do it 7 or 8 times, whatever they did. They had a good showing. But I think, this district, especially with it being a lot of regional rivalries, we didn't really have that when we were playing Graham and Wichita Falls, Hershey, and some of those. But when you're playing Monahans, Fort Stockton, Seminole, even non-district games with Andrews and Pecos, when the kids know each other and they've grown up playing youth baseball or basketball or football against each other, I think it lends itself to a lot more excitement on Friday night. All the games are a little bit more not necessarily important, but emotional. And so we know that week in, week out, especially being on this side of the non-district schedule, every game is important. Every game matters. And so we're going to have to start fast and execute well against a pretty good Fort Stockton team.
Yeah, they're showing a little bit of mettle here.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sure are.
I was going to make a little joke, but I'm going to go ahead and pass that. Coach, looking at Friday night, what's the challenge for the team?
Yeah, well, I think, our goals, and I've referenced it 100 times, is, just get better each week. And so, we had some success in the special teams game, but it still wasn't perfect. We did some really good things offensively, but still room to grow. And then defensively, with some breakdowns on the back end, we obviously have some things to get corrected. And so all week, I think, that's what we stress. I'm not sure our preparation was where it needed to be going into the Monahans game, and so we talked about that as a staff and with our players this weekend. And so I think there's plenty of opportunity to get better. And if we do that, I think the score will take care of itself. And so I think the key is to focus on Fort Stockton and not what's on the other side of Fort Stockton or the other side of the district schedule. We just have to focus on the Panthers. And if we do that, I think we've got a chance to be successful.
All right. Coach, we don't get to do this a lot, but I thought maybe tonight would be a good night to maybe talk a little bit about or get an update on kind of how some of the sub-varsity teams are doing this season and maybe some players that are standing out, having a good year.
Yeah. Coach Burchett is kind of the head coach of our JV football team. Those guys are 5-2, continue to get better each and every week. Landon Cantrell and Jackson Otis are doing a tremendous job running the football and playing linebacker. Just a really special group, and I think the future's bright. Cannot wait for those guys to be regular, every down Friday night players. That's a really special group. And then on our freshman team, we've got 61 freshmen.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, and
That's
it is a blessing. It's a lot of fun to coach those guys. So we've been able to put together two schedules for them. One team is 7-0. They're doing a tremendous job. Grayson Leatherwood is incredibly productive. Cam Osborne is tremendous on both sides of the ball, running back, and he plays our nickel position for us. Trip Martin takes a lot of reps at quarterback and he's electric. He is as talented a young player as I've seen. I mean, he's pretty special. And then our other freshman team, I don't think the win and loss record reflects how much they've grown. They've just done a tremendous job, and we've got 2 more games left with those guys playing McCamey and then they'll play Snyder, and so we're really excited to see their growth throughout the season. I think there's a lot of upside, and I'm very, very thankful that we were able to find another set of games for that group. That they've improved 100-fold.
That's all, just encouraging. I mean, just
the future's bright, and I think not to get too far out over my skis, but we're going to graduate 23 seniors. A lot of those guys are 3-year starters, and so I think at most places that would be alarming. But to see what we've got coming up in the program, I'm very, very excited, and the Greenwood fans should be as well. It's a special group.
Well, it's a good thing to be able to talk about them a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Coach, one of the memories, we interview folks, we ask about their most favorable memory, playing. I think I would be remiss to not bring up that we got to speak with your dad, Mr. Hill Sr., before the Monahans game. He came up.
He's probably watching right now.
Oh, I'm hoping he
well,
is.
If he is,
why I bring
shout
it
out
up.
to,
there we go.
to him.
But just a fantastic guy. I see where you get all the good qualities from, and we had a great chat, and very
really nice
solid
guy.
Yeah.
He's a former coach, high school principal, superintendent, so he's made a career in the school business, and so very fortunate to be his son. He's given me a lot of opportunities and just opportunity to pick his brain when something doesn't go according to plan.
And he loves his grandkids.
Yeah. He does that.
It's funny that you said that because he said that you were really fortunate to be his son too.
That's right. I thought that sounded familiar.
I believe that
we're
he did say that.
We're gonna see if we can't get him on one night. Maybe he comes down for a weekend and stays for a
Yeah,
Monday.
he told us
on the show.
he had some stories, so we'll try to get him back.
Well, let's cut that.
We might have a paid
Coach Thomas
guest.
may have to edit that.
Todd, you got some announcements here?
Yeah, so
things coming up?
Yeah, coming up, we've got volleyball, Pecos tomorrow night at approximately 6:30, 6:45. We're going to have that live streaming on GSN, and then we're going to have a home game against Fort Stockton. It'll be the last home game of district before the playoffs. That'll be Saturday at noon, so come out and support the Rangerettes there. We've got a couple of MRT players of the week up, so go vote for Reese and for Emily. Show them some support. See
Let's
if we
do
can
it.
Bring that hardware back 2 weeks in a row.
Let's do it.
And then we've got the cross-country regional meet tomorrow morning in Lubbock. At May Simmons Simmons Park.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So they're going to be running. You got the girls team down there, and Jack
Ledford
is there. So Rangers and Rangerettes are repping there. So a lot of stuff going on. So make sure you stay tuned to see how those all come to.
Yeah, that time of year where things get way excited.
It's an exciting time
Yep.
to be a Ranger for sure.
For sure. Okay, folks, Coach, we appreciate you coming on, spending some time with us as always. That's going to be the end of our show. Thank you to Roosters Backyard and all of our other sponsors. Make sure you subscribe to Greenwood Stream Network for all the updates and so you don't miss any content.
Yeah, you don't want to miss it. Hey, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on GSN.